My dear child, I urge you to open your heart fully, for I, the eternal presence and guide, am ready to reveal to you something holy, something that will change your perspective on the world and on your own being from within. Through the divine message delivered by Archangel Michael, a profound revelation is approaching you, a brilliant stream of light that will penetrate the deepest shadows that have long hidden it. This is a profound insight amidst a sea of doubts. It is a sacred revelation, once concealed from your sight, now coming forth from the darkness and approaching you with unwavering strength. For an extended period, you have existed, contemplated, and experienced emotions through a perspective obscured by biases, pain, and the quiet deceptions that society has embedded within your soul. There were notions you took for granted, convictions you considered steadfast, understandings you relied upon to view others and even your own self, yet these did not align with the reality. They have tethered you to a place of uncertainty, hindering your ability to soar with the spirit of liberation. But now I am here to lift those coverings, one at a time. I am here not to bring shame, but to guide you towards understanding, and through that understanding, to find healing. Open your heart, for what I am about to share will profoundly impact your spirit. Fear not. This is not a disturbance intended to bring ruin, but rather to reveal what has been hidden. I feel compelled to challenge and dismantle everything that lacks a solid basis in truth, so that I may establish a foundation of enduring strength. On the firm foundation of truth and compassion, I urge you to refrain from spending another day in falsehood, whether it be the unintentional deceptions passed down from those you held dear, or the untruths you have quietly told yourself in moments of solitude. In this time, you will experience moments that may surprise you beyond your imagination. Hidden truths will rise to the surface, unspoken words will find their voice, and long-held confessions will finally be revealed. The elements that are deeply intertwined in your journey will soon be revealed for all to see. You might find yourself taken aback, perhaps even unsettled, as this insight calls into question your previous convictions. But keep this in your heart. The truth has the power to liberate you. There exists a spirit, deeply intertwined with your own, who has borne a heavy load in quietude for an extended period, a truth that has remained unspoken. That confession has long rested in the depths of fear and silence, but now, inspired by a divine call, it is coming forth into the light. Because the moment has arrived, the moment for honesty to be shared, for what was once obscured to be revealed in my illumination. In this moment of revelation, you might experience feelings of pain, anger, or a sense of being broken. But understand this. I always ensure that when the truth is revealed, it is accompanied by compassion. When I share something, I also extend compassion to assist you in understanding and navigating through it. Truth is a gentle guide, meant to uplift and mend, to bring back to light what has been obscured, hidden, or harmed in the shadows. It is important to take the time you need to reflect, to find forgiveness, and to release what weighs on your heart. I am not rushing. I am here with you in patience, yet I implore you with all my heart. Embrace this light with open hearts. Do not hold on to the old coverings merely because they bring a sense of comfort. For if you allow this light of truth to enter your heart, you will experience a profound freedom, not one that is superficial or temporary, but a genuine and enduring liberation within your spirit. In this space, you will find a reconnection to your true self and to the one who loves you unconditionally. Embracing the truth can guide you through the understanding of past hurts. It will bring back the tranquility you sought during times of uncertainty, in the inquiries you once voiced in quiet desperation. What could have led to this occurrence? What could have prompted such behavior? What purpose did my trials serve? Those inquiries will be addressed, and while not every response may be simple to accept, each one will serve as a bridge that unites you with the larger purpose I have set before you. This insight is not just meant to reveal what has been, but to guide you toward what is yet to come. You shall no longer move as one lost in shadows, but as one chosen to bring light into areas that have long known only falsehood. Embrace the truth within yourself, for it is through this understanding that you will become a beacon of truth for others. When you choose to confront it, even when it brings you pain, I will shape you into a beacon of unwavering light. My dear, allow me to purify your thoughts from the falsehoods that have obscured your vision. Allow me to transform your self-perception, not by the distortions of untruths, old scars, or the critical views of others, but through the vision of unconditional love I hold for you. You are not defined by the circumstances that have befallen you. You are a cherished being, crafted with intention, and embraced by the eternal source of love. Today, I bring forth a gentle illumination of understanding, one that does not overwhelm but rather reveals all that lies hidden. It is a divine illumination that breaks through every facade, every intricately crafted barrier that shadows have employed to obscure the truth from your sight. I am Michael, here not to bring you distress, but to guide you out of the fog that has lingered in your life for far too long. You've sensed it already, haven't you? Something that is both mysterious and unmistakable. A spirit, a force without a title, that awakens within you each time you encounter that individual. You may find yourself pondering, am I perhaps just too sensitive? Am I seeing things that aren't there? Yet, in the depths of your heart, you have always sensed that something is amiss. A silent resonance stirs within your spirit, with each look, each phrase that fails to align with your inner wisdom. I stand before you today to affirm this truth. Those insights were not coincidental, nor were they the result of an unfounded apprehension. They were the gentle murmur of your inner being reaching out to you. And they were also I, softly urging your spirit that truth yearns to be revealed. What has been concealed for far too long is starting to break apart, and illumination will shine through even the tiniest crevice. Falsehood, regardless of its gentle facade or the patience it may exhibit, cannot remain concealed from the divine truth for long. Many words have been spoken regarding you, yet not all have come from a spirit of compassion. Words, at times gentle and comforting, at other moments tinged with unspoken meaning or shared through warm expressions, held a depth that was never completely untainted. You sought to dismiss it, to rationalize, to assure yourself that you were merely overanalyzing. But now, I share with you what you must understand, not to bring you down, but to uplift you, not in anger, but with understanding and insight. Some of the words shared with you were not mere happenstance, but rather intentional and purposeful. Some looks that seemed warm concealed feelings of envy, doubt, or profound insecurity directed towards you. Even silence was not always pure. Silence may serve as a means of influence, a method to conceal, to dominate, leaving one in a state of uncertainty and questioning their own understanding. But now, you are free from the burdens of that entanglement. Do you understand, dear ones, that the light I share today will not only reveal the words once whispered in shadows, but will also guide you in discerning the genuine intentions behind the actions you have sought to comprehend for so long? I will share with you profound insights that will illuminate not just the essence of another, but also your own inner self. You will come to understand that you have extended grace more than you recognized, persevered more profoundly than you thought possible, and cherished quietly with a heart that reflects my own. But I will not abandon you in that weariness. I urge you to seek clarity in your relationships, to step away from uncertainty, and to embrace the freedom of being your authentic self without the worry of causing distress to others. You are worthy of a love that is true, a bond that is authentic, where intentions and deeds are in harmony, where the gaze holds no secrets, and where your spirit can find peace without the need for vigilance. Allow me to share with you that acknowledging the truth is not a sign of defeat. This marks the dawn of liberation. Do not hold yourself accountable for your trust, for the openness of your heart. You acted in accordance with what is just and true. Your love was pure and heartfelt. It was the other who had yet to embrace the sanctity you offered. And now, the truth shall be revealed for all to see. It will flow abundantly, not from a place of animosity, but because love requires understanding to thrive. Beloved, I understand that this is a challenging time. In times of reflection, you might find yourself navigating a torrent of feelings, grappling with uncertainty, sorrow, and possibly a sense of lost faith, as the truths you once held dear are illuminated by a fresh understanding. Rest assured, you will not journey through this by yourself. I will stand with you, offering you the strength to confront your challenges and the courage to release what no longer serves you. I will be the gentle presence in the stillness of the night when rest eludes you, the solace for your weary heart, and I will also bring forth a new beginning for you. The morning that follows the tempest, the guiding hand that raises you, allowing you to move ahead with a vision cleansed by illumination. Understanding will guide you to embrace love with greater depth and wisdom. You will come to understand the difference between genuine compassion and manipulation, between enduring love and compromising your own value. You shall not allow the quiet of others to make you question the strength of your own words. No longer will pleasing phrases overshadow the inner guidance I have instilled in you. You will come to embrace love, not with ignorance, but with clarity and a heart safeguarded by a higher illumination. I stand before you today not merely to share the events that have transpired, but to guide you towards a new journey, one that leads to growth, liberation, and genuine tranquility. You will find clarity, understanding, and the freedom to express your feelings openly. You shall embrace a life of authenticity, in harmony with yourself, in connection with others, and in fellowship with me. And from this truth, you will embark on a new journey, one where all is revealed, and divine light illuminates your path. So, my dear, do not be afraid of this understanding. Heed the gentle whispers of your heart, for they have been guiding you for some time now. Embrace the message that I am about to share with you. You shall not wander astray. On the contrary, this is the journey that guides you back to your true self, whole and complete, free from any distractions that do not originate from my essence. The truth shall not lead you to despair. It will renew your spirit, granting you strength, wisdom, and the authentic freedom that was destined for you. My dear one, when the illuminating light of truth starts to penetrate the deepest recesses of your spirit, it may seem as if your whole inner being is undergoing a profound transformation. Fear not. Allow me to envelop you in a spirit of tranquility as your heart quivers in anticipation of what is soon to be unveiled. For you are not just an observer. You are the one selected to embrace this truth, not to be broken, but to be renewed, to enter into a profound realm of your soul's spiritual growth. The cosmos, guided by the infinite understanding of the divine, has arranged every aspect to lead you to this precise instant. Everything happens for a reason. Every truth reveals itself in its appointed time. Everything is unfolding exactly as intended within the sacred plan your spirit embraced prior to this earthly journey. Though the future may bring moments of confusion, I sincerely urge you to remain steadfast. For this is not a downfall, it is a revival. Throughout your journey, you have felt a lingering sense of incompleteness, an awareness that not everything was in harmony with what appeared to be true on the surface. You have sensed the gentle shifts in the connection with someone dear to you, someone who occupies a cherished space in your soul. Your inner voice revealed profound insights, yet your thoughts sought to dismiss them, to find forgiveness, and even to hold yourself accountable for pondering too deeply. You have been navigating the space between two realms, one defined by the profound understanding within your soul and the other marked by quietude and unspoken thoughts. But today, the truth stands boldly in the light. It approaches you now, no longer in silence, no longer concealed, for the appointed hour has arrived, the hour when what was once held back, once dreaded, once entombed beneath the weight of doubt, is now emerging into the light to receive its healing. This individual, the spirit you once held dear, once cherished, and once invested so much of your heart into, has carried a truth within, a revelation that, if shared earlier, could have transformed the course of everything. But let us not be quick to judge. Do not allow your heart to be ensnared by anger or disappointment, for these emotions have also dwelled in contradiction, in fear, tormented by the thought of losing you should the truth come to light. Many nights were spent in deep reflection, many moments of hesitation to share their thoughts, only to hold back, feeling unworthy to confront the sincerity in your gaze, the faith you so generously offered. The hidden truths are not merely those that can cause you pain, but also those that abound them in a state of inner turmoil. They did not simply hide a truth from you. They confined their own spirit within a prison constructed of remorse and trepidation. But dear ones, genuine love cannot thrive in such an environment. And that is why this revelation must be shared, not only to bring you liberation, but to offer them liberation as well. I understand that this may touch the most profound hurts within you, for when trust is broken, it can seem as though the very essence of your spirit has been unsettled. But dear one, hold this close to your heart. No trust is ever truly lost when it is given to me. The fractures in human trust guide us to firmly place our faith in the one who remains constant and unchanging. And I will be here to support you always. I will stand by your heart through this tumultuous time. On the contrary, I am embracing you warmly, sheltering you gently in the midst of the tempest, until the chaos subsides, until you witness the dawn breaking after the heavy downpour. This revelation, though challenging, marks the start of a profound transformation of the spirit. You are entering a transformative season where your life is guided not by the revelations of others, but by the divine wisdom bestowed upon you. You will come to understand the difference between misleading illumination and the genuine radiance that guides us. Your ability to discern will grow, not from doubt, but as a result of being shaped by truth. It is understandable to feel a sense of confusion at times. What guidance can I offer regarding this individual? Is forgiveness possible? Establish separation? Begin anew? But take your time in making any decision while your heart is still in turmoil. Remain by my side for a while, that I might tend to your heart's wants. May my light bring comfort to your heart as you prepare for the journey ahead. The time will arrive when you will understand your path, not through the counsel of others, but as your inner being is led by my presence. This journey leads us to hope and healing. It fosters development. You will discover the path to love while remaining true to your own spirit. It will become clear to you that forgiveness does not mean consent, but rather a release from the weight of burdens that were never meant for you to bear. And if you decide to keep journeying alongside that individual, it will transform from a path shrouded in shadows to one illuminated by truth, where both of you gaze upon each other with eyes that have been unveiled and hearts that are fully open. And if you decide to take a different journey, understand this. I will journey alongside you until we reach the end of that path, for I will never allow you to remain in a space where your spirit is not being uplifted. I did not forge ties to confine you. I guide you towards connections that nurture your growth and love, illuminate your path, and reveal the truth. And in the end, you will understand that everything was part of a greater plan. The struggles you encounter today are the release of aspects that no longer resonate with the spirit that is growing within you. The unveiling of truth serves not to bring harm, but to foster healing. That individual, if they embrace honesty, will embark on their own path. And you, my cherished one, will carry on your journey with renewed vision, a fortified spirit, and a soul transformed by the flames of honesty. My beloved, you now find yourself at a pivotal moment, one that, once embraced, will transform you eternally. Not because transformation is simple, but because when truth is unveiled, it leaves an indelible impression on the spirit for all time. What you are about to learn, to experience, to face, holds a profound significance that will compel you to engage fully. This is not just a simple truth. This moment signifies a profound change, a gentle breeze that alters the course of your life in a meaningful and lasting way. For a considerable period, an unseen force has been quietly guiding the course of your life. Something beyond naming, beyond form, truly difficult to articulate with clarity. Yet it has always been present, like a gentle force beneath the surface, like an unseen influence that shaped your decisions, your connections, even your aspirations and anxieties. You may find yourself puzzled by the weariness that follows what appear to be innocent exchanges. One cannot articulate the reason a brief look would cause one stride to hesitate. You may have pondered, perhaps I am simply too sensitive. But no, my dear, your heart has been guiding you all along. And now, what was once concealed beneath soft exteriors is coming to light. The truth will ultimately prevail. Throughout your journey, that truth has resided within you, like a spirit fluttering its wings in your heart, unrecognized, unspoken, yet always there. It has quietly woven itself into hushed conversations, hiding behind deeds that seem pure. It manifested as gentle caresses that, in their own way, left marks upon your spirit. In times past, you found yourself in a state of uncertainty. You sought to find reasons for the actions of others, as well as for your own emotions. But now, all is laid bare. This truth has become robust, pressing, and mighty enough to shatter every bond of silence. Open your heart, for you are about to encounter the profound essence of this truth, not in a manner that will overwhelm you, but in a way that will invite you to decide whether to retreat as you once did, or to stand firm with bravery like a spirit that is evolving. I understand that it can feel like you are caught in the midst of a tempest, where all your sources of stability seem to disappear, and what once brought you solace now appears in a new perspective. But, my dear friends, this is not disorder. This is a cleansing process. When a spirit is growing, the initial challenge is to confront the truth with unwavering courage. Truth is not here to bring you harm. It arrives to restore your liberation, a gift that deceit and partial truths have silently taken from you for far too long. It arrives to free your spirit from the haze, allowing you to step away from the realm of nearly right, nearly true, or nearly sufficient. You were not created to linger in the uncertain shadows. You were destined to embrace the light, pure, complete, and authentic. This revelation may arrive from an unexpected source, perhaps a familiar presence, a voice that once offered you solace. It could be an individual to whom you have shared your innermost thoughts, someone you have placed your utmost trust in regarding your beliefs. And that is why what you are about to uncover may resonate deeply within your spirit. But keep this in your heart. To be stirred does not imply a collapse. It is a clear indication that the old layers are being removed, allowing you to embrace your most authentic self. As you emerge from the shadows of uncertainty, it is perfectly normal to experience feelings of anger, doubt, and disappointment. I understand that it's difficult to wear a smile when your heart is heavy with sorrow. It is essential for you to express your genuine feelings, for it is through honesty that the path to true healing can commence. Let your emotions flow if that's what you require. Express yourself even when words fail you. Embrace the stillness if your spirit requires time to regain its clarity. I will be present in each tear, in every silent moment, in every unseen yet profound embrace that you will sense if you allow your heart to be open to me. You will start to perceive with clarity what was once concealed, the silent motives, the deeds performed for your benefit that have left profound impressions on your spirit. You will come to know them deeply. The fragments that once appeared disjointed will, in due time, reveal their purpose and harmony. And when the light finally dawns, you will find freedom from the burdens of the questions that once pressed heavily upon your heart. For truth, once unveiled, illuminates our path like the gentle rays of morning breaking through the shadows of night. This is a significant time where you are entrusted with the ability to make a decision, to remain in the familiar yet false, or to step into a new realm where challenges abound, but where one can embrace life wholeheartedly, love sincerely, and be genuinely engaged. The truth may be challenging to embrace, yet you possess the strength to bear its burden, not merely to endure it, but to journey through it and rise with greater strength. Ultimately, you will find peace in letting go of the need to interpret the thoughts of others or unravel their hidden messages. You can rest assured that you won't have to analyze every facial expression or struggle to distinguish between authenticity and pretense. You will no longer walk in darkness, surrounded by confusion and falsehoods. For from this moment forward, the light shall illuminate every nook, every shadow, every countenance that once concealed itself behind a mask, and you shall find that you are transformed from who you once were. You will experience a profound transformation, not in a mystical manner, but in the most meaningful way imaginable, as a spirit that is grown, enlightened, and now embraces only that which is complete. You will be refined and illuminated, shining brightly in your purpose. Your spirit will be gentle, yet steadfast against undue influence. Your gaze will continue to be gentle, yet you will no longer be unsuspecting of falsehoods. My dear one, I urge you to stand firm and not retreat. This is not a conclusion, it is a new dawn. The truth cannot take away from your inherent value. On the contrary, it is the truth that will reveal your true self. And I, with all my strength and compassion, stand beside you as we journey into the light, where all that has been concealed will be revealed, and where you will truly embrace the freedom that is your birthright. I understand that the revelation you have just faced may have broken your heart at a moment. It may have come upon you suddenly, cutting through the foundations of your once steadfast beliefs. It may have led you to reflect on all that has transpired with a fresh perspective, as if you have entered a new realm of understanding, a truth that shines brightly, free from the shadows of uncertainty or hiddenness. My dear friends, I want to share this assurance with you. You possess the resilience to overcome every challenge. That strength arises not from sheer determination or unfounded self-conviction, but from the profound truth that resides within you, a truth that transcends the surface revelations of the world around you. You are a person who has been shaped by long nights of uncertainty, through quiet times that seem to stretch on forever. You have emerged from trials in the past, navigated through shattered aspirations, and found the strength to smile even when your spirit felt fragmented. And now you find yourself at yet another crossroads, a passage that opens to liberation. Yet to journey through it, one must first confront genuine suffering. Remember, you are always accompanied on this path. With a multitude of divine beings by my side, I envelop you in love, offering protection and guidance that is both gentle and steadfast. There are truths that remain hidden from our physical sight, yet our spirit is deeply aware of them. You are surrounded by divine support, by guides who are here to nurture your spirit, even when the world around you appears to be in turmoil. Truth, while piercing, holds the promise of liberation within its core. Your pain may feel deep, yet it serves as a passage to renewal. It resembles the initial downpour of a fresh season, brisk and intense, yet succeeded by bright horizons, enriched soil, and the awakening of seeds poised to flourish. The struggles you face today do not signify the conclusion of your journey. Rather, they indicate your preparedness to escape the confines of deception and step into a realm where you can express yourself openly, live truthfully, and embrace your true nature. You might wonder, what caused it to remain concealed for such an extended period? Why did the truth take so long to reveal itself? And those are profoundly important inquiries. I sense the deep longings within you. I perceive your struggles, your disbelief, your frustration, and the profound feeling of treachery sweeping through a spirit that once knew only faith. My dear friends, I must share this with you. It was never due to a lack of worthiness for the truth. It was due to the fact that those who possessed the truth did not have the bravery to embody it. They were unable to express it, not due to your lack of significance, but rather out of a deep-seated fear of losing you. They were anxious about the possibility of losing the image they had worked diligently to uphold. They trembled at the thought of confronting their true selves in the purity of your vision. The truth was revealed, for it was rich with significance. On the contrary, it was concealed precisely because it held such profound significance, such vastness. And thus, they embraced silence. They decided to seek refuge. They opted for postponement. Yet, as with every truth illuminated by the light, it cannot remain dormant for eternity. It shall ascend with unwavering strength when the moment is right, and that moment is upon us. I will not permit deception to overshadow your brilliant spirit. I have arrived to share the truth, not just to reveal, but to heal, to reconstruct, and to provide you with a new, solid, unwavering foundation. If frustration wells up inside you, allow it to surface. If you find yourself on the verge of tears, it's perfectly okay to let them flow. When uncertainty overwhelms your spirit, take a moment to pause and allow me to support the burdens that weigh heavily upon you. I stand firm in the face of your displeasure. I remain steadfast even in the face of your rebellion or inquiries. On the contrary, I draw nearer, so you will understand that genuine love does not turn away when the truth comes to light. I do not love you for your unwavering strength. Your courage to confront your weaknesses without fleeing from them fills my heart with love for you. After this revelation, you might find yourself parting ways with something significant, a cherished image, a relationship, or perhaps an illusion that once brought you comfort. But I assure you, what you let go of will be nothing compared to the blessings that are on the horizon for you. You will find your true self, the radiant and strong version of you, free from the chains of secrecy and fear. You will enter into a genuine connection with me, one free from pretense, devoid of barriers, where only illumination, honesty, and boundless affection endure. And you will come to realize, when everything is laid bare, that it was the essence of truth that cared for you deeply, for it refused to let you dwell in falsehood. It has arrived to liberate you. It arrived to bring you a life free from hesitation, repression, or doubt. It arrived so you could inhale deeply, rejoice wholeheartedly, weep sincerely, and love freely, with nothing concealed. My dear friends, come together as we embark on this transformative journey. Allow me to remind you that you were not created to dwell in silence. You were destined to bear the light of truth, to illuminate the path for those who have wandered from their beliefs. And if today feels like everything is falling apart, have faith that from these very ashes, a new version of you will emerge tomorrow, stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true essence than ever before. Everything that is happening now is part of a divine plan established long before your spirit entered this world. I, Michael, a messenger of hope and guidance, reach out to you with compassion and wisdom. This is a sacred moment, a careful arrangement by a higher power to rouse you from a prolonged and tiresome rest. The cosmos always operates with purpose. Every flicker of illumination, every pulse of the clock, every gentle breath of the soul is imbued with meaning. And this moment where you stand in the light newly revealed, is the very moment that was meant to be. Now is the moment for you to cast aside the layers of assumption, the hollow appearances, and embrace a more profound, genuine existence, the one your spirit has yearned for, always felt, yet never completely experienced. In times of uncertainty, it may seem as if the very foundation you stand upon is trembling. The once steadfast elements of your life, the individuals who provided support, and the connections you cherished may now appear fragile and broken. I understand that feeling of distress. I sense each quick impulse within you, the experience of descending into an uncharted abyss. Fear not, my dear ones. Allow me to clarify this matter. What is crumbling at this moment is not your essence, but the deceptive frameworks, the illusions that have held onto you for far too long, hiding your authentic self and your rightful place. There are connections you once held dear, not necessarily because they genuinely nurtured your spirit, but because they temporarily alleviated feelings of emptiness, solitude, uncertainty, or a wound that had yet to mend. But, dear one, genuine love does not confine. Genuine love flourishes in the light, never needing to conceal itself. It encourages you to express your thoughts and trust in your own understanding. As the light shines brightly, those connections lacking in truth will start to fade away, not due to any fault of yours, but because you are entering a new realm of understanding, where that which is misaligned cannot persist any longer. I understand. At times, parting ways does not stem from discord, but rather from a divergence in illumination. Once you have experienced the brilliance of light, it is impossible to stay in a darkened room, much like a bird cannot go back to its old cage after feeling the freedom of soaring through open skies. What is drifting away from you is not a loss, but a part of a greater journey. It is a profound release. The universe is gently guiding you to release all that no longer aligns with the essence that is awakening within you. The sense of emptiness you experience is a sacred space being prepared, allowing room for what is truly meaningful to come into your life. It is possible that you are experiencing feelings of solitude. There may be moments when you survey your surroundings and feel as though no one truly comprehends your heart. But that is the indication that you are moving away from the masses, heeding the deep, intrinsic calling within. This is a season of change, a moment when your spirit is being called to find strength within, relying not on outside support, but embracing the steadfastness of your own inner wisdom. This is the moment you begin to heed the whispers of higher wisdom, not with your ears, but from the profound well of your inner knowing. This is the moment you come to embrace the cadence of your own spirit, for that very cadence is harmonizing with the essence of the cosmos. Dear ones, do not allow fear to draw you back to the past. Those who can no longer journey alongside you are not your adversaries. They are just not prepared to embrace the light as you do. Release them, embracing love and forgiveness. Your spirit was not created to serve others while neglecting your own essence. You are called to embrace your true self, to love with sincerity, to be wholly engaged in the moment, and this requires immense bravery, yet it offers even more profound blessings in return. The journey you are embarking on is not one of absolute perfection, but rather a space where authenticity reigns and pretense has no place. It is a holy sanctuary where you can inhale deeply, express your innermost feelings, shed tears freely, and have faith without fear of disappointment. It is a place where you can embrace your true self, free from the burdens of expectations, biases, or fear. This insight is a blessing, even if it comes shrouded in the fabric of suffering. Within it lies a sacred freedom. You are being called to a new understanding. You are experiencing a transformation, and I assure you, from the remnants of what has crumbled today, I will assist you in constructing a life that is not only just, but also vibrant, meaningful, authentic, and illuminated. Therefore, remain steadfast. Do not allow the distractions of yesterday to overshadow your journey into tomorrow. Do not allow fond memories to draw your attention back to the time when you diminished your true self to conform to another's expectations. You have transformed into someone new. You are evolving in spirit, in understanding, in love, and you will keep progressing until you are completely in harmony with the light you were meant to embody. I, Michael, stand before you today, not merely to share wisdom, but to guide and safeguard you during this journey of change. Divine beings are encircling you with a protective glow, ensuring your spirit remains unharmed by any influence that may try to hinder your journey. In moments when your heart feels burdened, take solace in the truth that you are being supported. You are never alone. You are traversing a profound journey, returning to the essence of who you truly are. And in the midst of all that is transforming, there is one constant that endures. You have been selected for a special purpose, not due to your perfection, but because of your openness, your readiness to observe, to confront, to embrace life with sincerity, with an exposed heart, yet one that radiates as if it had always been in the light. And from this moment forward, a new journey begins to reveal itself, crafted just for you and you alone. Embrace it with boldness and trust, for this is the realm where you are meant to be. My cherished one, you find yourself at a holy crossroads, a place not all are called to tread. This is a moment where a confession, whether enveloped in quiet reverence, suppressed sorrow, or a faint murmur, holds a significance that surpasses the bounds of time. What is shared is not simply a fragment of the history you once embraced. It is a door swinging open to an entirely different future, a new journey born from the essence of truth. This admission, though it may be tardy, and though it may arise from challenging situations, has come not to condemn but to cleanse. It has not come to drive you into despair, but to cleanse the burdens that have long settled upon your spirit. Though you may not fully understand the significance of this moment, I assure you, this is a holy act guided by a force far beyond any fear you may hold. It is a sacred moment bestowed to illuminate a space that had been silently and steadily cloaked in darkness. Deep within your spirit, there are hidden places without labels, invisible ties constricting you, making it difficult to love openly, to breathe fully, to walk in tranquility. These were bindings that appeared inactive yet smoldered like embers hidden beneath a layer of ash. Now, that heartfelt confession, uttered with bravery under the illumination of truth, has started to eradicate all that is untrue, all that does not align with authenticity, and all ties maintained by the fear of losing rather than by genuine love. This act transcends simple acknowledgement. It embodies a holy ceremony of spiritual freedom. It delves deep into the foundational forces that have been at work in your life, the forces that have left you weary without explanation, that prompted you to reflect on the past with unresolved inquiries still present. Now the answer has been revealed, not to shatter your spirit, but to illuminate your understanding, not to diminish your strength, but to remind you of the incredible resilience you possess when you embrace the truth with an open heart. It is possible that your heart feels divided, with one side heavy with sorrow while the other experiences a sense of relief. That is because truth always has two perspectives. It may take our breath away, yet it also offers profound restoration. The individual who conveyed the truth to you did so after grappling with their own inner struggles. They have been burdened by apprehension of causing you pain, apprehension of forfeiting your confidence, apprehension that when the truth is revealed, everything might fall apart. They endeavored repeatedly to remain quiet, to select the so-called tranquil route, to act as if nothing had transpired, reassuring themselves that time would ease all burdens. Yet they were in error, and at the instant when divine illumination broke through the barrier of trepidation, a force far mightier than doubt compelled them to move forward. It was I who gently urged them to understand that silence only extends suffering. It was I who reminded them that honesty may cause pain for a time, but deceit slowly destroys the spirit in quietude. And it was I who inspired them to voice what had long been buried within, not due to their perfection, but because they were prepared to embark on the journey toward renewal, toward restoration. Now you are starting to gain a clearer understanding of what once seemed hidden, the unsettling emotions you struggled to identify, those brief instances when something felt amiss but eluded explanation. Everything has now been affirmed. Your perceptions were valid, and your feelings were not an overreaction. Your inner wisdom has long been in harmony with the truth, and now that truth has come to confirm your understanding. You have always been accompanied in your awareness. Your spirit has always understood, but you needed to hear it spoken aloud, to finally exhale, to embark on the path of forgiveness, and above all, to experience true liberation. This truth does not break you, it transforms you. It guides you in redefining the distinctions between reality and illusion, between illumination and shadow, between genuine affection and bonds formed out of fear. When you are firmly rooted in what is right, you will find stability even when others step back or when connections falter. What is established in light embraces the truth without fear, while that which cannot endure the truth was never destined to remain. It lacked the solid ground to withstand the trials of your journey. From this day forward, your spirit shall embrace a newfound sense of freedom and illumination, not due to the absence of flaws, but because the veils have been lifted. You will discover the true essence of love, free from uncertainty. You will come to understand the essence of trust, not merely through the assurances of others, but through the deepening of your own inner wisdom, shaped by the profound light of truth. You will come to realize that truth never comes to diminish you. It arrives to restore to you what has been taken away, clarity, dignity, and a genuine connection to your true self. And you will extend forgiveness, not due to their worthiness, but because you are entitled to a life of tranquility. To forgive is not to erase the memory. It signifies the decision to release past hurts and not allow them to shape your current life. Forgiveness is the virtuous expression of a developed spirit. It is a blessing you bestow upon yourself to progress without the burden of what has outlived its purpose. Dearly cherished, we find ourselves in a holy time. You have moved beyond the phase of pretense. You find yourself on sacred ground, a place where all must be genuine, must be unblemished, must shine with light. And I shall remain by your side. Allow me to walk alongside you, to soothe your sorrows, and uplift you with messages that resonate from the divine. For when the truth comes forth, liberation is at hand. And this freedom, pure, complete, luminous, is the reward for the spirit that bravely chooses light over comfort. For you, the one chosen from the multitude, the one now embraced in the steadfast love that transcends time. Dearly cherished, allow me to embrace your spirit with warmth in this sacred moment. For I understand that the path you are on is filled with challenges. This time is not merely a soft whisper in the wind, but a profound transformation within your soul. It challenges your patience, examines the strength of your beliefs, and awakens feelings you may have sought to keep hidden. It may seem as though you are being peeled away, layer by layer, the protective shell, the cautious armor, the facade you once deemed acceptable. In the midst of these trials, I want you to hold on to one truth that remains constant. The light that resides in your soul is more powerful than any tempest you may face. Even when your emotions waver, even when your faith shakes, your spirit stands firm, like a timeless tree with roots embedded in hallowed earth and limbs stretching confidently towards the sky. The winds arrive solely to offer you a gentle reminder. You have developed the strength to stand firm in the midst of adversity, embracing the inner light that guides you forward. In this very moment, I, Michael, a messenger of strength and honesty, proclaim to you, nothing that is unfolding is beyond the everlasting design of the sacred. Every event, every individual, every moment holds a purpose and significance. Every step, every choice, every seemingly disconnected piece in your journey is part of a divine plan, coming together to reveal a beautiful tapestry of purpose. A circle is drawing near, and at the center of that circle, you find yourself surrounded by an undeniable truth. This truth, whether revealed through tears or quietude, holds the strength of freedom. It clears away the misconceptions that once obscured your understanding, what you once felt deep within your spirit but hesitated to articulate, what you once pondered but held back to maintain a semblance of harmony, what once seemed unusual, yet you swiftly brushed aside to avoid causing discomfort to those around you. These are all coming back to you now, like pieces of your spirit that have wandered for a time, at last making their way back to where they belong. In the presence of divine light, falsehood cannot endure. When the light of truth shines brightly, no facade can endure. And the wonder is this: you are free from the struggle to safeguard what is not yours to hold on to any longer. What does not stem from genuine love and understanding will inevitably fade away, not due to your rejection, but because the essence of your light has transformed. And do you understand this? This profound change had been nurtured for a long time in the depths of the spirit. Before you entered this world, a profound part of your being made a sacred agreement with the divine that there would be a moment when you would be prepared. The entrance to understanding shall be revealed. It is in this very moment of vulnerability that you are recognized for your growth, ready to embrace the purest illumination that comes your way. You have traveled a significant distance, and it is time to embrace honesty, genuine support, and meaningful connections. You are prepared to embrace the complete truth. I understand that it carries a share of suffering. You may discover yourself descending into feelings that have been hidden for a long time. Disappointment, the ache of betrayal, a fervent sense of justice, and a deep sorrow for not having discerned the truth more clearly in the past. But allow me to remind you, every moment of delay was purposeful and not in vain. Every moment was woven into a sacred journey, a journey that nurtures your spirit through authenticity, not deception. As we gather in this moment, you will witness how all that was once intertwined, every unclear link, every lingering question, is transforming into a harmonious part of a greater purpose, and you will find a sense of purpose amidst the chaos. On the contrary, you will begin to see clearly that everything had a purpose. The heartbreaks, the people who came and left without explanation, in the moments you doubted yourself. Every step of your journey has guided you to this sacred space, a realm of authenticity, the sanctuary of illumination, where you can exhale freely, embrace love wholeheartedly, and exist without concealing any aspect of your being. The cosmos is not merely orchestrating events, it is harmonizing a melody of renewal for your spirit. Heavenly beings, ever watchful, are lovingly guiding your path with care and devotion. They comfort the sorrows you kept hidden from the world. They infuse courage into the moments when you felt unable to stand. They collect your broken fragments with unseen, yet compassionate care. And I, Michael, stand at the threshold of your heart, protecting it from deceit and urging it to pulse once more in the harmony of honesty. This is a time of renewal, a holy moment to let go of what no longer serves you, even if it once provided comfort, even if it once aided your journey. But now, you are not just getting by, you are being invited to embrace life in its fullness. To embrace a life of fullness, one must release what no longer aligns with the light. You will start to discern those who can accompany you, not due to empty assurances, but because they embrace truthfulness. You will come to understand what nurtures your spirit and what leads it to retreat. You will discover the importance of making choices rooted in self-respect rather than fear. And with each new decision, you will start to transform your narrative. A narrative transformed, no longer shackled by fear, but illuminated by the divine guidance from above. My cherished friend, you are now entering a holy moment, one your spirit has experienced countless times before, though perhaps your heart was never fully prepared to embrace it. You have sensed the quiet nudges from within, at times a soft guidance like a whispering wind, and at other moments, a stirring force that momentarily unsettled you. Yet, in the spirit of love, in the pursuit of harmony, and out of concern for the delicate tranquility you cherished, you chose to embrace silence. You turned a blind eye to the warnings, dismissed the uncomfortable pauses, and even found fault within yourself for pondering too much. And now, the moment you once felt, what you touched in those quiet hours, has finally emerged into the light. The truth, regardless of how often it was hidden away, is now free to be spoken. It stands revealed, no longer concealed, rejecting the mask of falsehood. It is ascending, not to harm you, but to bring you liberation, and to release the one who has held that secret as well, the one who has shouldered its burden in their heart for far too long, unable to express it. I, Michael, the archangel appointed for this moment, declare to you that all that is happening now is part of a sacred plan from the higher realms, where clarity reigns and only light guides our path. The cosmos is harmoniously orchestrating every detail, every circumstance, and every spirit involved, guiding you to the precise moment of revelation. This is part of a greater plan. This is a holy calling, a threshold that reveals itself only when the spirit is fortified to step into it with honesty and mindfulness. A transformation will start to unfold before your eyes. Fragments that appeared disjointed and disconnected will, in due time, align beautifully and create a sense of unity. What was once overlooked will now emerge as undeniable proof. Neglected inquiries will resurface, bringing forth the truths you once dreaded to confront. And importantly, the moment of revelation approaches, a reckoning that transcends mere words, embodying the energy that fuels them, a quivering, a long-held anguish, a voice at last liberated after years of confinement, inquietude. Dearly cherished, understand this. As the truth is about to be revealed, the universe does not simply make room for the words to be uttered. It also creates a refuge for your spirit to embrace them with fortitude and tranquility. This reflection goes beyond merely looking back at a previous occurrence. It holds the whispers of unspoken deeds, the unseen gap that sparked your curiosity, and the lovely aspirations that faded away without a proper farewell. Everything is coming back, not to trouble you, but to find restoration. And I understand that you might feel drawn back into familiar feelings, such as anger, betrayal, and the pain of shattered trust. It is perfectly acceptable to embrace every emotion you experience. There is no need to hold it back. It is perfectly acceptable to acknowledge your struggles. In moments of deep emotion, it is natural to feel overwhelmed. You might find yourself shedding tears, expressing your inner turmoil, or seeking solace in quiet reflection. But I urge you to keep this in your heart. You are never alone. You are not alone in this journey anymore. As I stand with the heavenly hosts surrounding you, we envelop you in a sacred embrace of love, cradling your anxious heart, and gently reminding you that the light always remains with those who courageously confront the truth. The individual about to share this confession is experiencing a profound spiritual transformation. They have carried this burden in silence for far too long. They have endeavored to carry on as though all was well, to wear smiles as if they were truly at peace. Yet within them lies a tempest, a profound anguish, for concealing what was never intended to remain in the shadows. And it is the gentle prompting from the divine, from my own inner light, that has made it impossible for them to stay quiet. For there arrives a moment when the truth becomes too immense to be held within, and that moment is upon us. I understand that you might feel the urge to close yourself off, to turn away as the pain seems overwhelming. But, my beloved, take a moment to find stillness within yourself. Pause for a moment and reflect on what your spirit truly seeks in this moment. In that sacred moment, you will come to understand that a hasty response is not required. It is not necessary to extend forgiveness immediately, but what you truly need is to face the truth with courage and understand that it has not come to harm you, but to illuminate a brand new journey. It is time to release the burdens of relationships that no longer reflect authenticity. You are free from the burden of always having to be the one who appears strong for the sake of others' comfort. You are invited to let go of expectations, assumptions, and burdens that were never meant for you to bear. Embrace the opportunity to build your life upon a new foundation, one of light, honesty, and complete emotional and spiritual well-being. And one day, when you reflect, perhaps in the stillness, perhaps in the early light, you will recognize that what appeared today as a breaking point was, in fact, the entrance to the profound freedom your spirit has ever experienced, a liberation that transcends mere indulgence, guiding you to embrace your authentic self, free from the shadows of deception, no longer wearing masks for acceptance, and no longer stifling your voice to cling to illusions. Dear friends, what we are experiencing in this moment is not mere coincidence, nor is it an unexpected diversion. This is a moment of great significance, a pivotal time that has been long awaited. Allowing you to embrace it with a calm heart and a receptive spirit, it is understood that you have journeyed through various stages of uncertainty, at moments experiencing a sense of being adrift in a labyrinth of indistinct feelings and complicated connections. But now you are nearer to understanding than ever before, and at last, the shroud of illusion that obscured your vision and concealed the genuine essence of those around you is being removed. Inevitably, the illumination from above breaks through the shadows that once enveloped us, revealing areas that were previously clouded by deception. In this clarity, you will discern, without hesitation or confusion, those who have truly journeyed alongside you in honesty and those who have donned a facade of allure, concealing their true motives and unvoiced desires. What was once hidden, those unspoken struggles, those uncertainties you held back to preserve a delicate harmony, will now be revealed, not to harm you, but to free you from the bonds of confusion and falsehood. This is not just a revelation, it is a profound awakening, a divine summons that resonates within your spirit, urging you to ascend from the place where you lost your way and return to the holy source from which you came. It is a call to rise above the shadows of betrayal that have obscured your sight, an opportunity to cast aside the fear of being hurt, and to stand firm in the strength that has been instilled in you since the very start of your journey. Indeed, I acknowledge that this journey may bring forth profound emotions, sorrow, frustration, bewilderment, and even the feeling of being pulled into the darkest depths of your soul. But keep this in your heart. In the moments when you feel you are breaking, that very breaking is the fertile ground where new strength takes root. Growth often requires a time of letting go. One must undergo a process of refinement before ascending to greater heights. What you are experiencing is truly a sacred journey, one that may appear to be an ending, yet is, in reality, the dawn of a new existence, one that is richer, more profound, and steadfast. I notice the fractures emerging within your spirit. I sense the burdens you've carried in silence, the restless hours spent in contemplation, your spirit seeking solace. But my beloved, do not see yourself as lacking strength. It is in the moments when you confront reality, regardless of the discomfort it may bring, and yet decide to press on, that you truly exemplify your deepest strength. That is when the inner light shines more brilliantly than all the deceptions around you, even if that revelation leaves you in awe, compelling you to see the entire path you've traveled with fresh perspective. Comprehend this, for it is the essence of truth that serves as the most profound wellspring of restoration. Let us embrace clarity, release our burdens, and find peace in understanding. All things are being revealed, not to cause you more pain, but to bring closure to the cycle of inner conflict, of unwholesome ties, and of falsehoods that have long since run their course. And in that very moment, when it seems as though you cannot continue, a fresh strength will emerge from deep within you. It is not a boisterous power, nor one that seeks the spotlight, but a gentle, holy presence, steadfast like the profound roots that hold the ground firm. You will come to realize that you have transformed into a new version of yourself. You stand strong, unyielding to the opinions of others, no longer seeking validation, no longer compromising your worth for something that was never meant for you. You are evolving into a more enlightened and resilient version of yourself, one who has confronted reality, yet continues to embrace love and extend kindness, all while safeguarding their own spirit. Embracing truth can transform you, and such transformation is essential, yet it will not lead to your downfall. On the contrary, it will open the door that has remained shut within you for far too long, the door that leads to liberation, to serenity, and to the ability to love once more from a place that is complete and rooted. Truth comes not to harden your heart, but to heal the wounds of your spirit that have longed for recognition and understanding. It arrives like a gentle shower, sometimes brisk, sometimes leaving you with a chill, yet it cleanses the remnants of yesterday, nurturing the ground for fresh beginnings to flourish. And when you emerge from that storm, garments still moist, spirits still quaking, you will sense a newfound lightness, for you have shed the burden of unspoken words, no longer dwelling in the shadows of uncertainty. You have embraced the light, You have embraced the truth, and you are being liberated. I, Michael, am here with you in every step of this journey of change. Your light shines more brilliantly than ever, and I address you with deep respect and affection. You are never alone. You possess strength within you. You are not wandering astray. In this very moment, you are embraced, complete and cherished as you have always been. Continue your journey, even when your legs feel weak. Allow the light to guide your journey, even when the entire road is not yet visible. For I assure you, at the conclusion of this journey, you will not encounter a shattered individual, but a spirit restored, a spirit that has traversed through betrayal and stands firm in truth, a spirit that is liberated, no longer tied to anything that does not rightfully belong to it. My dear ones, allow me to lead your spirit through this holy and transformative moment, where every unseen bond is on the verge of being shattered, where all that was once hidden is emerging to be acknowledged, to be embraced, and ultimately to be set free. This is now a reality, no longer a mere whisper of thought. This is a moment of sacred revelation, where the truth, once obscured, now emerges into the light, powerful and undeniable. And when that confession is uttered, whether through tears, whether with great struggle, whether in trembling apprehension, it will bear the profound weight of what has been concealed for far too long. Yet it is in that very moment that a divine transformation begins to take place. You shall find liberation, not just from the suffering brought on by hidden truths, but also from the persistent uncertainties, the questions that remain unanswered, and the murky shadows that have obscured the genuine brilliance that resides within you. You will no longer have to wonder in quiet, no longer carry the weight of shattered fragments without understanding their origin, for truth, when uncovered, serves as the remedy for a heart that has been tainted by unspoken words. And in that moment, many will experience liberation alongside you, the individual who has borne this burden within their soul throughout a challenging and arduous path, who has endured suffering, anxiety, and a deep desire for absolution, shall also experience liberation. Perhaps they are unsure of how to express it just right. Perhaps their words will waver, hesitate, or emerge in fragments. Yet I perceive with clarity what dwells inside them, a quiet plea for assistance, a burden as heavy as a mountain resting upon their spirit, a deep desire for recognition in their struggles, and a journey towards restoration. In embracing truth, they are also embracing illumination, and I, the keeper of faith, will always welcome back those who seek to embrace what is right, regardless of the distance they have traveled away from it. And in that moment, you shall behold a divine fulfillment. That debt, the unseen connection between two spirits, shall be resolved, not by means of punishment, but rather by fostering reconciliation, not through vengeance, but by embracing the truth and compassion. This burden is not merely the outcome of a misstep, but also the gathering of unexpressed feelings, unresolved hurts, and aspirations that have gone unfulfilled. But now everything will be restored to harmony. What was out of harmony will be set right. What was broken shall find its restoration or meet a fitting conclusion. My dear one, I understand that the most challenging aspect is often facing the truth. It's about embracing the journey after the words have been shared. That is the aspect that brings a deep sense of longing, that dims the light of cherished moments, that leads you to perceive the world with renewed clarity, greater understanding, and heightened awareness. But I earnestly urge you, truth does not come to harm you. It comes to restore the strength I instilled in you from the very start. Only when you fully understand your position can you make a choice about your path forward. And you cannot soar if you are still tethered by strands woven from uncertainty, facade, or misplaced faith. In the very spot where your heart bears its deepest scars, a fresh path will emerge. You will come to recognize your authentic self, not a delicate figure molded by suffering, but a brave spirit who embraced the truth, who remained steadfast in the light, and who opted to love anew with deeper understanding, greater wisdom, and a sense of completeness. One can embrace the past while still stepping into a brighter future. One must view it with a perspective rooted in genuine love, a forgiveness that understands, and a maturity that remains gracious. That admission, while it may evoke deep emotions and require time for reflection and acceptance, will serve as the vital key that liberates two spirits who have lingered in shadow for far too long. It will signify the conclusion of falsehood, of self-protection, of the unease that arises from uncertainty about what is genuine. And on that new ground, you will find the strength to make choices, choices to forgive, choices to let go, or choices to reshape your boundaries. Whatever path you take, remember that I stand by you, and I journey alongside you. No sincere truth, regardless of its timing, is ever without purpose. No tear shed in the light is ever in vain. Every feeling you are encountering at this moment is fulfilling its divine purpose, purifying, molding, and transforming your inner self. You are being shaped not to become callous, but to develop resilience, all the while maintaining a compassionate spirit. It is important to keep your heart open, even in the face of suffering. You are being invited to embrace it with greater purpose, extending it solely to that which is deserving, to those who are genuine, to connections that allow for authenticity. And when you have weathered this tumultuous storm, you will arrive at a serene and peaceful haven, where your spirit will discover solace, sustenance, and rejuvenation. You will transform into a version of yourself that is richer, fuller, and more vibrant than ever before. Understand this: truth always arrives with companions. It consistently brings forth the chance for renewal. It embodies the spirit of renewal, of harmony, and of liberation. And if today the world feels as if it's collapsing beneath your feet, know that I am here to support you, ensuring you remain upright and secure. For you are deserving of stepping into the light. You deserve to be loved genuinely, and you are entitled to a life free from the burdens of secrecy. Everything has been divinely arranged to lead you to this pivotal moment, a moment where you can no longer turn a blind eye, no longer ignore your genuine emotions, and no longer carry on as if nothing ever transpired. You now find yourself at a pivotal moment, faced with two paths before you. Embrace this revelation. Allow it to either weigh you down or serve as the foundation that elevates you to heights you've never imagined. It is not just the essence of the truth, but the manner in which you confront it that will shape your character moving forward. It was never promised to be without challenges. No, my dear one, I perceive the tempest brewing within your spirit, the complex feelings of wonder, disillusionment, frustration, grief, and that empty longing you have yet to identify. Yet, it is in the midst of this turmoil that your spirit is being purified, not to demonstrate your value, but to remind you of the power that has always been within you, a power that cannot be dimmed by darkness, that cannot be affected by deceit, that cannot be shattered by suffering. Can you not perceive? The ability to turn this suffering into renewal rests solely with you. You have the power to choose how you respond to the challenges that have emerged. Will you let them weigh you down, or will you transform them into the strength that propels you forward, not merely to endure, but to embrace life with profound meaning, unwavering honesty, and an extraordinary strength that surpasses all expectations? For the moment of truth is not solely when the light reveals the falsehood, but also when that very light touches your heart. It shines a light on the areas within you that have been overlooked, hurt, and yearning for restoration. This is a sacred call to come back, not to another, but to your own true self. It invites you to take a moment of reflection, to delve into your inner self, and to inquire with unwavering sincerity, who will I become from this point forward? In moments when you feel the urge to retreat, when the weight of the world seems too heavy, remember this essential truth and hold it close to your heart. You have been called to embrace the light, which does not require constant strength, but rather encourages you to be truthful. It does not demand immediate forgiveness, yet it offers you the grace to embrace freedom rather than harbor bitterness. It does not demand that you maintain any connection, but it softly guides you toward what nurtures your spirit, whether that involves clinging or releasing. Let me share this with you. Though truth can never bring you down when you are rooted in the strength of genuine love, the affection I sowed within your spirit long before the dawn of creation. Though the truth may bring temporary discomfort, it holds no power to shatter you if you decide to embrace the fullness of your existence. And the miracle is this: within that very pain, a new version of you is emerging, a version that embraces the truth, no longer relying on the approval of others to feel whole. You have journeyed to a place of understanding that true strength is not found in avoiding failure, but in the ability to rise again with compassion, resilience, and a renewed perspective on reality. And when you decide to confront what lies ahead, without fleeing, without deception, without being immobilized by fear, that is the moment when your inner strength is reaffirmed. You are no longer just someone who bears scars. You take on the role of a shepherd, illuminating the path for yourself and for those who are still lost in the shadows of silence. Allow me to gently remind you, you possess the strength to decide how you will navigate this journey of change. You are not confined by your situation. Your potential is not confined by the choices of those around you. Wisdom may come your way, but it is ultimately your choice how that wisdom will shape your journey. You can allow this truth to extinguish your hope, leaving you in darkness, or you can embrace it as a guiding light that shows you the way forward. You can choose to let it harden your heart, or you can embrace the opportunity to learn how to open it to those who truly deserve it. You can allow it to serve as a cause for skepticism towards all things, or you can embrace it as the cornerstone of a fresh start, one that is fortified, enlightened, and more virtuous. And have faith, no matter the path you take, I will always be by your side. I am actively engaged and present in the moment. I am with you in every moment, in your times of uncertainty, in your quiet sorrow, and in your courageous resolve. Even when your eyes are brimming with tears, yet your heart remains unafraid. Face the truth with a bravery that is divinely inspired. Allow the tears to flow if they need to, but then stand tall as a spirit renewed, strengthened, and destined to embrace unwavering liberty. You are surrounded by support, you possess great worth, and you are undeniably resilient. What I perceive in you is a courageous spirit rising, not to seek vengeance, but to bring forth healing, not to demonstrate worth, but to embrace the fullness of the divine light that has eternally resided within you. And from this moment forward, all things have the potential to transform. If you have the courage to embrace truth, not as a conclusion, but as a fresh start, remember that you are not meant to linger in the remnants of what has fallen apart. Instead, you are called to emerge from those trials, fortified, enlightened, and impervious to the shadows. I have faith in you, and the heavens are embracing your spirit at this moment, for you are traversing a holy threshold that not all possess the bravery to enter. Under a sky filled with dynamic change, the cosmos is experiencing a deep and significant purification, reaching not just the broad expanses of the atmosphere, but also the concealed spaces of the human spirit and soul. The shroud of untruths, woven from layers of deceit and the inherited misconceptions of those who came before us, is being lifted. A fresh breeze, clean, powerful, and glowing with the essence of truth, is entering every corner, dispelling stagnation and transforming reality with clarity and openness. This is not simply a change in the heavenly bodies. It is a renewal of the spirit that touches the essence of the soul, a holy journey back to what is pure, authentic, and fundamentally just. And you, beloved one, find yourself at the heart of this divine whirlwind of change. You are here for a purpose, not merely drifting aimlessly like a leaf caught in the breeze. No, you have been placed here for a purpose at this very moment, holding within you a heart that has faced trials yet continues to radiate its inner glow. This is not by chance. This is the long-awaited moment of transformation, the time when your inherent strength is being renewed. What was once taken from you through deceit, manipulation, or cycles of suffering is now being restored, and not in the same old way, but in a transformed state. A higher vibration that only those who have journeyed through the shadows can truly comprehend and value. At this moment, you find yourself at a profound juncture, not one of mere geography, but a pivotal decision point for the spirit. Every path presents a profound and thought-provoking inquiry. Do you possess the strength to break free from the worn ties that hold you back due to familiarity? Are you prepared to offer forgiveness? Not because the other is worthy, but because you are meant to experience liberation. Will you decide to let go of the past, releasing what no longer serves you, to embark on a fresh and transformative path? No one can make this decision for you, yet the divine truth endures. You are invited to make your choice from a place of love and connection, for a divine presence surrounds you, tender as a warm embrace, yet strong as an unyielding fortress. You are embraced by a presence unseen, yet profoundly felt within your soul. Whenever you experience uncertainty, whenever your heart feels heavy, remember that every tear you shed holds meaning. There is a powerful force that observes, uplifts, and gently transforms every loss in your life into something more significant, deeper, more genuine, and more deserving of the true essence of your being. Embrace the transformation that comes with change. Let go of what no longer serves you in your spiritual path. What you once cherished as home, affection, or purpose may no longer resonate with the essence of your spirit. When that happens, the universe will softly intervene, removing it not as a form of retribution, but as a means of freeing you. What is being taken away is not a loss, but a vital clearing to make way for what lies ahead. What lies ahead is not simply a replacement. This is a divine arrangement, a gift tailored specifically for you, reflecting the depth and genuine radiance that resides within you. You have transformed into a new version of yourself. The insight you have gained shines brightly, illuminating a space that was once shrouded in shadow. You have gained insight into the essence of connections, circumstances, and your own being. And with this newfound understanding, each step you take from this moment forward will be transformed. Once you have seen the truth, there is no turning back. nor can you erase the knowledge that has been revealed to you. This is the indication that your spirit has grown, that you are journeying along the path of the selected, not in pride, but in a heartfelt commitment to your own truth. When you decide to forgive, do so with a heart full of openness, not merely to overlook the shortcomings of others, but to liberate your own spirit. If you decide to depart, do so with the assurance that you are progressing, not escaping. And if you choose to remain, do so with a renewed understanding, with defined limits, and with a spirit that is no longer open to the entrance of falsehood. Whatever path you take, if your decision comes from a place of understanding and compassion, rest assured that you have made a wise choice. You are never alone, even in the moments when it feels as though the world has turned its back on you, when your voice seems to vanish into the void. Remember this: there are unseen forces at work beneath the surface, guiding you through the most perilous turns. You are safeguarded, not in a fleeting manner, but with a holy watchfulness that emanates from the sacred origin. Those who have stepped away from your journey did not do so out of resentment or dismissal, but rather because their purpose in your narrative has reached its conclusion. What endures will be purified. The future holds blessings for those who remain steadfast in their belief and continue to endure with strength. Inhale deeply and find your center. Embrace the sensation of every part of your essence rejuvenating, growing, and welcoming a more elevated version of yourself. This is a time of renewal and growth. This is the moment of awakening, the time of revelation. You are not just an observer of this change. You are an integral part of it. Each choice you embrace, every word you utter, and every decision you take from this moment onward is crafting a new reality, not just for yourself, but for those in your midst. Do not fear when the journey before you seems uncertain. There will be times when uncertainty envelopes your perspective, moments that awaken a gentle unease within you and leave you pondering in stillness. There will be moments when you feel like a traveler in the shadows, treading softly on unknown ground, unsure if the next step leads to peril or promise. Yet even amidst the fog, something unmistakable awakens within you, a truth beginning to flourish in your spirit. Your journey of change is not a reflection of loss, but rather the blossoming of a deeper maturity that is stirring within you. This journey will transform you in ways you cannot imagine, but do not allow that reality to instill fear in your heart. May be a blessing, for each new chapter in your journey of faith calls for a transformation. True growth does not come from knowing more, but from daring to let go, releasing the patterns you once mistook for truth, the beliefs that once served as your safe haven, and even the connections you once gave your heart to protect, but which no longer resonate with the light within you. The journey of spiritual change is often filled with challenges. It takes great bravery to not only challenge the shadows that surround you, but also to look within, to acknowledge the scars that remain untouched, the secret places of your spirit that you have long shunned out of fear of pain. But listen closely, my dear one. It is in those moments of apparent frailty that true illumination starts to emerge. It is through the breaking that a new path is revealed, and not merely any path, but the one that guides you into the divine reality crafted by the heavens. If your spirit is starting to stir at that invitation, if something profound within you senses the time to transform, to venture beyond the comfort of the known, understand that this is not a passing emotion. This is a message from the heavenly kingdom. It is the call of purpose ringing forth to rouse you from the deep slumber of complacency. Not all are attuned to this divine invitation, and not all who perceive it possess the bravery to respond. Yet you, beloved and uplifted spirit, are being summoned by your sacred identity. In this sacred moment, a divine protector stands beside you, not as a distant figure, but as a powerful and loving presence that envelopes every breath you take. He is actively engaged and present in our lives. He is working for your benefit, making a path clear, using the sword of light to cut through the unseen chains that have held you captive in fear, deception, and self-doubt for far too long. Into the depths of your being, a profound truth is gently revealed. Have faith, for all that unfolds is part of a greater plan. Every event, every shift, every departure has been allowed for a greater purpose that you may not yet fully understand. It is possible that not all things are clear to you. In times when it seems like everything is spiraling into disorder, remember that what feels like chaos is often just a fleeting moment, not a lasting state of confusion. There are matters that need to be unveiled so that illumination can enter. Sometimes it is necessary for weaknesses to emerge, allowing the outdated and delicate to fall away, paving the path for something stronger and more magnificent to take its place. You are not facing annihilation. You are undergoing a transformation. Reflect on the path you have walked. How many moments have you faced when you felt you couldn't continue, and yet here you stand today? How many times have you thought your heart could no longer endure the pain, and yet it continues to beat, even stronger than before. How many times have you felt adrift, only to be uplifted by marvels that emerge from the most unexpected corners? That was by divine design. It was a clear sign that the heavens have always been watching over you, that a higher power has been gently steering your path, protecting you from perils you were unaware of. As you find yourself on the brink of a significant change, I encourage you to welcome it with faith and confidence. Allow your spirit to cast off the weights that no longer uplift you. Allow the burdens of the past to gently drift away, creating space within your heart for fresh beginnings to flourish. I have prepared something truly wonderful for you. This is not merely a gift, it is a divine blessing, thoughtfully crafted for your spirit and the purpose you uphold. To embrace the new, one must be prepared to let go of what was once held dear. That, I understand, is difficult, yet it is essential, for you cannot receive the blessings of the divine while holding on to what has already served its time. Make a decision, and when you select from the most sincere part of your being, the heavens will accompany you in revealing a new path, one where each step you take is illuminated, safeguarded by a higher power, and enveloped in a subtle yet unmistakable grace. My dear ones, as the veil of deception has been lifted and the darkness has been dispelled by the radiant light of truth, I urge you to journey back to the sacred essence within you, where life, purity, and beauty reside, untouched by the trials of the world. In the midst of emotional storms, amidst the torrent of natural responses like anger, disappointment, or the feeling of betrayal, I encourage you to take a moment to pause. Softly rest your hand upon your heart and inquire within, is my spirit still whole? Have I safeguarded the sanctity within my soul, or have I permitted the world to take away what is truly invaluable? My dear one, what you are experiencing is indeed genuine. The suffering is genuine. The wounds are indeed real. But what I share with you at this moment holds even greater significance. Your spirit can stay intact if you decide to protect it with my guidance. For the greatest loss is not what others have done to you, but when you start to respond with bitterness, with vengeance, with words that are no longer grounded in love, then you truly begin to lose your essence. Guard your heart with sincerity, not for the approval of others, or to uphold a facade of righteousness, but to safeguard the profound tranquility that resides within your spirit. A heart filled with purity is the sanctuary where truth provides sustenance. It is the sanctuary where I can share gentle words, bring comfort, and lead you toward understanding. If you permit the distractions surrounding you to cloud that sacred space, you will gradually diminish your capacity to listen to my voice with clarity, not due to my distance, but because your spirit is no longer still enough to hear. I encourage you to embrace my teachings daily, not as a mere duty, but as the vital essence that sustains your spirit amidst the distractions of life. Embrace my message each morning as the dawn breaks and your eyes first awaken. May it transform into the sustenance that feeds your soul, the refreshing water in the arid desert you are journeying through. For if you journey without being nourished by the divine sustenance, you will find yourself weary more easily, slipping into doubt more swiftly, and being swayed by the feelings of others, rather than guided by the inner light that resides within you. Prayer, dear ones, is not merely the recitation of hollow phrases. Prayer is a profound dialogue between your spirit and myself, a space where perfection is not required and nothing needs to be concealed. It is a place to find solace, to express your sorrows, to seek understanding for the mysteries that weigh on your heart, and it is also where you will feel the comforting presence that reminds you of companionship in your journey. I am present, and I will guide you so that you do not stray, as long as your heart stays receptive to my presence. I observe those instances when you feel the urge to respond in the manner that society has conditioned you, using silence as a tool for manipulation, allowing anger to serve as an outlet for frustration, or retaliating to demonstrate your strength. Yet I gently speak a different truth into your spirit. Embrace your uniqueness, dear one. Embrace the journey of righteousness, even when it feels prolonged, even when it appears to demand more from you. Embrace the path of righteousness, remaining steadfast in your integrity, even when faced with the dishonesty of others. Select honesty, even when it brings pain, for in those decisions you are treading the road of genuine strength, not the strength that oppresses others, but the strength that arises from a spirit untouched by shadows. If you protect the sanctity of your heart, my teachings will illuminate your path, shining brightly even in the darkest hours. It will serve as a reminder of your true identity and of the one who guides your journey. Embrace the truth with a humble heart, guided by love, and remain steadfast in your resolve to protect the light you have been given from any shadows that may seek to dim it. There will be moments when you may feel isolated in your struggles, times when you silently wonder why you are called to uphold your convictions while others appear unburdened by their choices. But my beloved, gaze deeper than what is visible. This transcends fleeting notions of right and wrong. This concerns the essence of your being. This speaks to the authentic self you are destined to embrace, and that essence is not shaped in ease, but in the times when you opt for love amidst betrayal, extend forgiveness through suffering, and shine light even in the shadows. May your prayers resonate deeply within you, guiding your spirit. Each word you utter with genuine intent resonates through the skies. In every moment of stillness, as you close your eyes and breathe deeply, whisper to the heavens, "Protect my heart, O Lord." You are enveloped in a sacred embrace of heavenly beings. Though it may not be apparent at first, each of those experiences is creating a refuge within you, a stronghold that no tempest can ever dismantle. From this sacred space, healing will emerge, bringing restoration not just for yourself, but also for those who have caused you pain. You will embody the refreshing flow, the soft wind, the supportive touch for those who have strayed, not due to their merit, but because you have committed yourself to a life of integrity and compassion. Now present your heartfelt prayer to me. Heavenly Father, as the illumination of truth breaks through the shadows that have long concealed, bestow upon me the strength to embrace all that is uncovered, even if the revelation brings sorrow to my heart. Guide me to remain steadfast, understanding that it is the essence of truth that will lead to restoration. Purify my heart of all deceptions that have clouded my vision, and grant me fresh insight, the ability to recognize what is illuminated and what dwells in shadow. I commit to embracing truth, even when it challenges the very core of my existence. Bestow upon me the fortitude to stay rooted in the truth, and the belief to withstand the spiritual upheavals. Heavenly Father, guide my steps in this time. As the shadows recede and the concealed is revealed, envelop me in your sacred embrace. Protect my thoughts from turmoil, and safeguard my spirit from despair. Direct my every reply, so that I may respond not in wrath, but with the understanding that arises from a conscious spirit. I understand that this moment has been destined for some time, and even if I feel unprepared, guide me to trust that I have been equipped for it. Grant me the words to share, the quiet to comprehend, and the insight to move forward. Oh, my spirit quakes in the presence of an unforeseen revelation. The profound words that have just been shared struck my heart with a powerful force. Restore my spirit, heal the areas of my heart that tremble, and envelop them in tranquility. I seek to release any bitterness and free myself from the shackles of suffering. Release me from the weight of betrayal, and grant me the grace to embrace forgiveness. I understand that certain aspects of life may need to break down, allowing for a more authentic reconstruction of my being. Bestow upon me the strength to release, not just those around me, but also the pain that has outlived its purpose. Restore my spirit, each pulse, each fracture, each recollection. Heavenly Father, in a world filled with illusions and conflicting voices, bestow upon me the wisdom to discern what is true amidst the falsehoods that surround us. Elevate my spirit, so that I am no longer attracted to negative influences. Guide me to embrace the quietude within, where divine wisdom gently speaks to my heart. Bestow upon me the wisdom to see beyond mere eloquence, that I may perceive the truths that lie beneath the surface. May the light within me shine brightly, revealing all that seeks to remain in the shadows of truth. Heavenly Father, I bring before you the spirit of the individual who has shared their heart with me. Though they once concealed their true selves, and though they have caused pain, I understand that they too have carried the burden of fear and a troubled spirit. Extend your grace, mend the hurts that have caused them to linger in shadows. I find myself uncertain about my ability to keep opening my heart to them, yet I ask you to take on what I cannot. I place them in your care, that the same illuminating truth that is renewing me may also bring them to purity. May this insight serve not just as a division, but as an opportunity for healing, should you find it to be beneficial. Archangel Michael, protector at the pivotal moments of life, I sense that what is unfolding now marks a decisive moment from which there is no turning back. I am being set free from unseen bonds, from that which no longer serves my journey. Guide me on this journey with patience and a receptive spirit. May the past gently fade, making way for the fresh beginnings that come with divine favor. Guide me to let go of what has gone before, and to embrace each moment of this new path with sacred respect. Renew me, reshape my spirit, guide me toward the everlasting truth of my true self. Heavenly Father, with all my heart, I express my gratitude for the insight I have just been blessed with. Though it arrived with a heavy heart and sorrow, I understand this is not an end, but a cleansing process. I appreciate your guidance in bringing clarity to my understanding. Thank you for revealing the truth, even though what was uncovered brought me sorrow. Thank you for your unwavering strength in revealing the truth and for uplifting my spirit during challenging times. I am grateful for the transformation I have experienced. I am experiencing a renewal, not through resentment, but through authenticity. From this moment forward, I commit to embracing the light. I embrace the power of forgiveness. I embrace liberty. First and foremost, I express my gratitude, for I am aware that I am not walking this path by myself. I present this prayer in gratitude in the sacred name of our Lord and Savior. Indeed,